Hello again, everyone. David Horn here with the Keye Team. I just finished up a meeting with the Deer Valley East Village representation with a update coming earlier this week about the Waldorf Astoria coming to Deer Valley East Village. I thought a meeting was in order, and I just wanted to talk about the Waldorf first, and then we'll talk about some other updates going on here in the Deer Valley East Village. A couple of things. First off, Grand Hyatt behind me, that is still fully sold out. There are 8 units available in there. The 1-bedroom is ranging from 1 bedroom to 5. So if you have questions about the Grand Hyatt, let me know. Happy to talk with you about that. But for the Waldorf, they actually have announced it about 10 months ahead of schedule. This is because the Four Seasons is about 50% sold through at the Four Seasons, which is pretty good, all things considered. They are all sold out of their 2 and 3 bedrooms on the hotel residences side at the Four Seasons, which is the side that allows for the nightly rentals. Those are located above the hotel rooms that are rentable as well. So they decided to go ahead and roll out with this Waldorf Astoria release early because they have 2 and 3 bedroom offerings there. Similar to the Four Seasons, the Waldorf is going to be 2 towers. So you're going to have a hotel tower with hotel residences above, and then you're going to have a private residence tower. The private residence tower, I do not have pricing. It's not available for purchase yet and not been released, but the hotel side has been released. They do have 2 bedrooms. Those start in a little over $4 million and can go over $6.5 million for a 2-bedroom there. They also have 3 bedrooms starting at 5.75, so almost $6 million, and those are going all the way up towards $9.5 million for a 3-bedroom at the Waldorf Astoria. You also have 4 bedrooms and 5 bedrooms. Those prices start at $10 million and go way up. Additionally, so altogether they have the 2 towers. As I mentioned, you've got 56 hotel residences that'll be sold, 49 of the private residences. The Waldorf Astoria is projected to be delivered just a little bit after the Four Seasons. So the Four Seasons is expected midway through 2028, and the Waldorf is expected to be at the end of 2028, just in time for ski season, hopefully, for that. The Cormont, I've talked about in the previous video, they did release their building 2 in December, as they had slated to do right around the holidays. Still having some slow action there right now, but they have condos ranging from 1 bedroom up to 4, and lots more selections and a good price range. They have some of the smaller offerings, whereas the previous Cormont buildings, those ones are about 80% sold out, with only about a dozen offerings still available there. Mostly $6 million plus in the previous offering of building 1 and 5. That covers most of our stacked condo products to talk about at the moment. The other thing to mention would be the Marcella Landing, which does allow for nightly rentals, but they only have social memberships over there. There's only 50 of those total that are going to be released. At this point, they've released 25, and 20 of them have been sold. They're all 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, and around 5,000 square feet. So they're about halfway through selling those. 5 available on the market right now, ranging in that $9 to $10.5 million price point currently available for those. One thing to circle back really quick to the Cormont, one that was mentioned today and I thought was really interesting to share, is they specifically have a couple different variations of a 3-bedroom. So in buildings 1 and 5 in particular, those 3 bedrooms are in the $6 million range. Now, the reasoning behind that is they're bigger, right? They're 2,700 square feet approximately. They have about 1,000 square feet of deck space. They have their own private hot tub. Not to mention, and this isn't every unit, but a lot of them have an elevator direct to their room. So you're not walking down the hallway, anything like that. However, for the new release and some future buildings, those 3 bedrooms are a little smaller, more like 1,800 square feet. You don't have the private hot tub, you have less amount of deck space, you might have to walk down a hallway, but you get a nice discount. They're in the $4 million range instead, and just designed to be more functional, whereas the ones in building 1 and 5, those are designed to be more exclusive and feel more like a second away from home type of situation. So talking about the broader Deer Valley East Village base area, I drove by, took a picture today of their commercial space that they're building. It's underway. Well, it's projected to be, I want to say it was 27 or 28 before that comes. But that's going to have tons of commercial restaurants and shops. Think Snow Park in Lower Deer Valley or even Silver Lake. So they're going to have lots of commercial space for people to go use. Altogether here at the base area, we're going to have 32 restaurants and 42 stores at the Deer Valley East. So plenty of options for people that are going to be coming into the Deer Valley East Village. What else do I have here on my notes? The clubhouse for Marcella, so Marcella being the private ski in, ski out single family community, that's projected to be done in the summer of 2027. Speaking of Marcella, as I mentioned in my previous video, we had one home that was built on a lot and sold. That closed at it is currently the only home that has been built and sold in Marcella, but we do have 25 homes that have broken ground, and then we have 27 that are in the review process. So that's, mind you, out of 140 total lots on the mountainside. So we're already at over 50, so 53 if we go with those numbers and include the one that's complete and sold already, which means we're already more than 1/3 of the way built out in Marcella. So that's pretty exciting as well. And those homes are gorgeous. I took a couple pictures of some exteriors of these homes. You have a couple different styles immediately present. You have some modern, some that have a little traditional touch, but really beautiful homes that are going to be here in this community. That sums up what I've got to talk about. If you've seen me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes here. But just wanted to update you on things that are going on in Deer Valley East Village, especially since I did a video not that long ago. And a lot of things have been updated and changed since then. One takeaway from my meeting was that even though we have a lot of construction happening in the Deer Valley East Village, it's not all going to be nightly rentals. Now we have the Four Seasons, we have the Waldorf Astoria, and we have one more upcoming hotel that we don't know what it is. They didn't have any inkling to give me as far as what we could expect it to be, but they did say that they thought it would be more of a 3.5 or 4-star, since we do have multiple 5 stars already here, as well as a 6-star being rumored to come to Deer Valley East Village. But with that, so you have private residences as well as some nightly rental available properties. Most of the nightly rentals, if you think about it, are actually concentrated in Cormont, which is Condotel, and the name is Cormont, but no brand like Waldorf, things like that. And so some of those will be used as residences and second homes for people and won't be rented out, and some of them will be rented out. And so even though your concentration is mostly there, the rest of the other nightly units are actually spread out through the Grand Hyatt, the Four Seasons, the Waldorf, coming unnamed hotel. But that means that while there is plenty of nightly rentals available, they've got a good market mix. On that note, before I let you go, one thing to keep in mind with the Deer Valley East Village is there are not a lot of one-bedrooms. There are very, very few. In fact, there's only one so far at Cormont, and there's a handful at the Grand Hyatt. There aren't any one-bedrooms that are coming out with the Four Seasons or the Waldorf. Though technically there is one bedroom on the private residence side, but we think that goes with the penthouse for the staff, which I thought was a fun insight. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Everyone pray for snow. It is early 2026. We're definitely waiting for snow here in Utah, but I'm not worried. We've had some amazing winters these last few years. You can't always have just the best all the time. So you got to have a down year every now and again, but still pray for snow. We want it. We want to see all these runs open over here at the Deer Valley East Village. We've got 100 new runs. A lot of them are open, but we're still waiting to get them the rest of the way open, and we need some snow for that. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon.